I've never seen such a thing in my life of 61 years. Safo, you've done well. Thank you very much. I want to thank all my friends who are here, MPs, ministers, and students, and the Pro-Vice for making today a great day for me. Once again, I say thank you. I think I'm fortunate. Why I'm fortunate is that many people do great things and they are only remembered when they die. But I've been fortunate to see what will happen when I die. Once again, I say a big thank you to all of you that have made it possible to be here. It's simple. I just have to share my life story to the youth who think there is no hope. There is hope. If a poor son, Agyapong, today stand before all of you, then you, at the age between 20 and 26, that you are in this university or institution, I share with you and encourage you that you will do better than me, because I never went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I think at that portion, they were referring to my good friend Kwabena Agyapong. I went to university at the age of 33. After driving taxi, working at gas station, bakery, I decided to go to university. And the reason was that in 1992, I sponsored Professor Adubuahi. Myself, Dr. Preku, and my boss, Lawyer Kojo Afram Asiedu, were in his house at airport, and he was sure that he was going to win. So he was forming his cabinet. And at that age, I had contributed immensely towards his campaign. So I was thinking, at least, I'll be made a deputy minister. And in his room, I saw the list. I didn't know the man is a prophet or was a prophet then. I took offense. That is why I went to university. Because Professor Adubuahi tapped me here, said, "Young man, you're going to be a good businessman." I didn't understand. I thought maybe that time I had not gone to university and just a Swiss former, maybe I didn't qualify to be a minister. Not knowing he saw something in me. I wish today he's alive for him to see that young man he tapped, he showed us that time. So after struggling in 1992 and we lost the election, I decided to go to school, Fordham University. And even that, when I was at Fordham University, I had over $1 million in my account at a Greek bank in Ghana here. And my business, as you grow and come up, or my colleagues here that are into business will tell you, the level of dishonesty in this country when you are doing business. In my absence, those I left behind collapsed my business. And I had to leave. So I stopped the school, the third year, going to fourth year at 3.8, and twice appearing on American Who is Who, I left. And I remember my dean, Professor Houston, calling my house, telling my wife to convince me to come back to school. Another thing that inspired me to stop the school was that my professor, economic professor, introduced me to a company called Smith Bank. That was Solomon and Solomon. today Smithman. And they agreed with me, the third-year student, to pay me $120,000 then. Myself and one colleague, may he so rest in peace, Atta from Achinsua, who also got opportunity to work with AT&T. Atta was 120 and they offered me 89 until I finished. So I went back home and asked my wife, so you mean after going to school all this while, I'll come back home with 89,000 and even minus Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is the tax you have to pay. So I'm not going to take home 89,000. At the same time, Prof, my business was collapsing. So I was in a crossroad, whether to finish or leave and go and do my business. If I had completed Fordham University, I would have been in jail. You know why? Because I introduced the US lottery first in Ghana here. And my workers were collecting $5,000, giving receipts in my company name and depositing the money into their own accounts. And they could not even deliver the purpose why the people paid the $5,000. So I was owing a lot, and therefore, if I had continued till the final year, 1 year, God knows how much I'll be in debt I will be. So I decided to come home. And young men and women listening to me, honesty pays. I came back, all the money that they've collected, I had to refund the money from the money that I had saved with our Greek bank to have my peace. Today, I tell you, all of them are dead broke because of dishonesty. They are all dead broke. And I have survived because of honesty. I am interested in the youth because I've realized in this country, politics especially, is dividing this country. Politics is dividing this country. And as a result, I see young men and women coming to me with their applications looking for jobs. And I will start by saying that the students here, take your destiny into your own hands, and sky will be the limit. Government cannot employ all students, 100,000 students graduating every year. Don't expect that government, no country, that the government employs almost all the students or the labor force. I believe government has to do its part. Government has to be responsible by creating enabling environment for conducive businesses, conducive environment for people, entrepreneurs to take over and also create jobs to employ or absorb the students that come out of college. In Ghana, we have about 900,000 government employees. And we have over 5-6 million young men and women, the labor force I'm talking about, looking for jobs. So if you want to succeed in life, today, use me as an example that the poor soul that was born in Agyapong, I carried my chop box and trunk from Asin-Fosu to Adsade College, Cape Coast. Today, because we have good road, is 45 minutes. Prof, that time, it took about 4 hours from Asin-Fosu to Cape Coast. I got there, my hair was brown, my face was brown, everything. When I say brown, you understand, dust. A senior looked at me and called me, "Hey, come here. What is your name?" Say, "Kwame Agyapong. Where are you from?" Agyapong. And he stared at me. Where is Asin Dumping? Say, somewhere. Say, a foam, a foam. You know, when you look at my trunk and chop box, it was painted with dust. But we survived. We survived with perseverance. You know, you see what we call dadama. Some of the students, Saturdays, I remember very well. Some, in fact, when I was in London about 2 years ago, a friend of mine confessed to me that he was going to chase a girl in Wesley Girls and he had to go and borrow a spotless white shirt from one of our classmates. I could not. In the first place, I seen Dumping English and Wesley Girls English. Yeah, you can imagine. They would not even look at you. So I was always sticking to my books, chewing baba, because the English, sometimes from that village, you don't even understand. But you have to chew and pour. I could memorize it and give you ditto. In fact, Macbeth, I can tell you, from Act 1, Scene 1, all the way to the end, it is when I went to university, then I could understood what I was actually chewing in Adisado College, but I chewed to pass. You know, with all this, you see friends, weekends, I will not mention names, it's not nice. They will come with their parents, luxury cars, and I remember one of them, he will put the car on reverse, and it says, "Attention please, this car is coming back. Attention please, this car is coming back." And we all go and surround the car looking at the, today when we see him. It's hard work, trust me. I'm giving you all these references for you to know that there is hope if you take your destiny into your own hands and work hard. You can't sleep. You can't rely on government for everything. You can't rely on Agyapong for everything. You have to start something. Last week, we were at a funeral, and my good friend, His Excellency, was telling me, oh, as for the PK, you were lying, and I had to demonstrate to him. I had it on a plate, a bigger one. We have PK here, Tatra blade here, Nazareth is also a blade, Rob, and chocolate. So I'm going to Mr. Brian's place. I'll show you. Yes, PK chocolate, Tatra Nazareth, yes, Rob. You know, and on vacation, I'll go to the airport and we sell my PK, and I'll see my classmates going to London. In fact, one day I came back and told my mother, I'm not going to sell the PK again because God doesn't like me. Not knowing God was preparing me for a place better than that. With that hardship and endurance, that is why I'm here today. And therefore, young men and women, never be solely headed that you've been to university and therefore your success is determined. It is not true. You have to work at it. And if you want to succeed in life, first thing in life is honesty. You have to be honest. A lot of people, when they are given opportunity, they try to steal, they try to be this. The dishonest ones, it doesn't end well for them. So key to success, the first thing is honesty. Second, hard work. I hope you are taking notes, because those who think at the end of your education, you're going to be rich because you have a degree from UPSA. It's not true. Education will help you to analyze your expenditure, the revenue coming in, and all those things. But if you are not honest in your dealings, I'm afraid you will not succeed. If you are not hardworking, you will not succeed. Hard work in terms of what? Before I bought the taxis that they were talking about, I was working at the gas station and at the same time, bakery. Zaro Bakery. Zaro Bakery, 40 hours, I was making $120 a week, take home. And my rent was $432. So if I'm earning $480 and I don't have extra job, I'll be left with what? About $48. So I had to do extra job by taking another job at Gassiteria gas station. And there, Monday, 8 hours, Tuesday, 8 hours, Wednesday, 8 hours, Thursday, 8 hours, Friday, 8 hours, Saturday, 24 hours, Sunday, 24 hours, making 88 hours a week, plus the Zaro Bakery, 40 hours a week, making 128 hours a week, and I was earning $400 a week, a guy without green card. That time, those with green card and American passports or American citizens, they will go to Waldorf Astoria or Hemsley Place, do their 8 hours, come back for their Core 45 or Old English, and they will be enjoying themselves. That time, I'll be working. Through that, I bought my first taxi, and every day, I saved $100. 30 days, $3,000, I'll go to New Jersey and buy an old car, either Caprice or Impala, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And I'll go to my insurance company